ang dali kumita sa freelancing. Like, madami ako nakita sa TikToks, YouTube na, oh, 6 digits earner na siya, ganun-ganun.
Hi there, fantastic viewers, and a warm welcome to all of you tuning in or returning to my small corner of the internet. I'm your Tito Fred, and on this channel, we dive into the world of work from home side hustles, thrilling adventures and destinations, delve into the realm of education through teaching experiences, and yes, even bask in the glow of any topic under the sun. Hold on to your seats because today's video is a real treat.
Wow.
We've got a true gem joining us, none other than a cherished friend and a top rated freelancer on Upwork. The insight he's about to reveal, his journey, the digits behind his well deserved earnings, and his advice on how you too can conquer the realm of freelancing. It's all here right now. Hi, Jason.
Hi, nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you.
Parang hindi magkakilala.
Hello, nice to see you
Hello,
again,
thank you
even
so
in
much.
virtual.
Thank you so much sa accept ng ating invitation para sa ating very, very small YouTube.
You know me naman, I'm always free. Well,
Free ba talaga?
always free, yeah. I mean, I'm done with my work today, so I have a free time before
Anong
I go
oras
to sleep.
yung tapos ng work mo?
It normally ends mga 7 a.m., 6 a.m.
Yung sa Upwork mo yan na work?
No, the direct client. Yung Upwork naman, I do that weekends. Yeah, it's
Part-time siya.
flexible kasi
Ah,
part-time.
part-time. Balikan natin kung saan ka nag-start sa freelancing. So para parang yung timeline natin ay organized.
Oh, agad
So,
na.
ano yung first mo na work? Like freelancing na
Yeah.
ba talaga after graduation?
After graduation, actually, was the first one who started working home-based. Kasi hindi ako makahanap ng work outside. Charis. Hindi, it's just that I was still finding myself after graduation. Tapos, my first job was in ESL. I was an ESL teacher in 5-1 Talk. So I kind of worked there for almost 2 years, I guess. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, of course, our bachelor's degree is education, right? So
mm-mm.
expectedly, we're supposed to teach. Kaso, I did try my best to enjoy it, but I still didn't develop the passion for teaching. So nag-upskill. I tried different industries, niches. So right now, I'm a digital marketing specialist. Wow, specialist, diba?
So, medyo nakaka-relate ako sa'yo dun sa medyo parang hindi ko nakita yung sarili ko sa teaching field. Kasi dun pa lang sa internship, parang sabi ko,
Yeah, sa
hindi na,
true.
parang hindi to yung life na nakikita ko. And so, I also looked for other opportunities outside the teaching career.
Mm-mm.
So, since na-mention nung nag-start ka ng ESL, then freelancing, ano yung
Yeah.
transition mo from ESL? Since ESL, di ba, home-based din yun, then
Yeah.
freelancing, was it a smooth transition?
It was actually smooth kasi ako yung tipong taong may plans paragi, may backup plan. Hindi ako yung parang to take ng risk without thinking about it. So before I transitioned, naghanap pa ako muna ng part-time job. Parang I was, testing the water if, I could excel in that industry. Tapos, before ako nag-quit totally from ESL, syempre, hindi natin ng stable job for the bills, right?
Mm-mm.
Before ako nag-transition, I had to make sure na mayroon akong ibang job. Tapos trinay ko siya ng trinay, parang na-enjoy ko naman siya, yung ibang niches. So ako nag-quit nung confident na ako na I would have a job to pay my bills. Saka ako nag-quit dun
Mm.
sa ESL.
Kasi
Hindi naman
medyo,
siya
ano ngayon, di ba? Parang
risk
nainisip ng
talaga.
mga tao na pag sa freelancing, magja-jump sila kaagad.
Yeah,
So,
that's actually not a good thing to do. Kasi inisip kasi ng iba yung mga sa TikTok, di ba? Like, mga freelancers, they would always think na,
oo.
oh, ito, like, they would always show the good side lang, hindi yung bad side. Kasi sa freelancing, thankfully for me, nag-start ako pre-pandemic. So, kung di pa rin ng competitions, hindi pa sikat masyado yung home base. Unlike right now, halos lahat nag-home base na. So, it's harder for the people right now who like to try freelancing. Madaming ako napapanood sa video, sa TikTok, sa YouTubes na nagsasabi na ito, ganyan. Yung mga positive side lang, yung result na ba?
Mm-mm.
Hindi
yung
pinapakita
result
yung
na
process.
like yung
Yeah,
nakabuild sila ng bahay, ng
ano,
mansyon,
mga itong
nasa
kineme. Siyempre
Singapore
mga
sila,
Pinoy naman,
ganyan.
dire-diretso, siyempre, bongga to, di ba?
Mm.
Hindi na sila iniisip, tapos bigla na nag-quit sa work. So, ang iba, nakakita ko sa post, sa mga groups, nagiging tambay for like a few months, hindi makahanap ng clients.
So ikaw,
So,
nakahanap ka
despite
ba kaagad ng
this,
client?
thankfully, in 4 years, never ako nawalan ng
Pero
clients.
yung pag-start
Kasi,
mo,
pag-start ko kasi, nag-start ako mag-shift sa ibang industry, pre-pandemic pa.
mm,
So,
hindi
wala
pa
nung
masyadong
competition.
congested nun yung competition.
Oo. So, ang daming clients, ang daming ganito, ganyan. So, hindi ako nahirapan ba maghanap. Hanggang na-develop ko na yung portfolio ko and everything. So, kahit madami na akong competition, hindi ako nahirapan maghanap ng clients kasi nga I was able to develop na yung extensive skills ko and experience sa
I
freelancing
see. So,
portfolios.
speaking of yung making portfolio and then yung, ano yung parang starting skill mo na nagamit mo sa freelancing, yung start ng freelancing mo?
Nag-start ako as a lead generation specialist for Versatile Marketing. It's a US company agency. So basically, we call people, we email people, like cold calling, cold emailing, parang
Mm,
ganun. So lead generation. Nag-start ako doon, and then I transitioned sa sales, yung mga, di ba, I used to work for a lawn starter, lawn care company in the US. So nag-sales ako for a while also learning different niches like SEO. So palagi ako may side gigs. Hindi ako yung tipong nag-stay lang sa one job. Like may one full-time ako, may mga part-time jobs ako. So I was also a virtual assistant for MBS Solutions. It's like an outsourcing agency in the Philippines. So para akong VA ba ng CEO.
I
So I was doing
see.
scheduling, like social media, mga posting contents, like mga ganong bagay, while being a full-time sales rep sa Lawn Starter. So iba-iba. So pag nag-end yung part-time ko, hanap ulit ako ng ibang part-time. Kasi let's face it, hindi stable ang freelancing, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So, palagi kang may pangamba, like may takot pa na baka mawalan ako ng work, ganyan. So, ginagawa ko yung mga part-time na yun as a way to parang to soothe my feelings na pag mawala ako sa full-time, I still have another job para mag-pay ko yung mga bills ko.
I see,
So,
I
ganun. Even up
see.
until now, hindi ako nagsasettle lang sa one client. Hindi sa contented ha, pero alam mo yun, hindi nga stable. So,
Mm-mm.
parang need ko at least ng backup plan.
Speaking of stability, parang may nabasa ko before sa post ni Ate Kim Pearl na yung parang other perspective when it comes to stability na it's not just about being in a company for about 5, 10, 20 years. It's about having the skill na kahit mag-end man yung company na yon, you still have that particular set of skills that are transferable to other companies. And then,
That's
yun nga,
actually correct.
mm,
Mm.
so
Yeah,
medyo,
I'm lucky naman to be at this point na I'm not really scared to lose my job because I'm confident. Hindi, I'm not being cocky or anything.
mm,
Pero based naman sa mga skills na na-acquire ko over the past years, I think I can easily get a client if I want to.
I
It's just
see.
that ako na lang yung pinipili ng client. May mga times pa na I would decline them kasi I don't like working with them, lalo na mga nag-micromanage.
Mm.
Yeah, there were times that I would decline offers from the clients kasi right now I feel grateful na sa point na ako na I can choose whoever I want to work with.
I see. Speaking of
That's
clients, 'di ba, since you mentioned that when you started working from home as a freelancer, hindi ka nawawalan ng mga clients. Saan ka usually kumukuha ng clients? Ano yung mga parang pwede mong i-recommend na sites where you can find
a good
good
question.
clients?
Normally in Upwork, I don't really recommend that, especially sa newbies na wala pa talaga experience sa field. Bakit? Kasi sa Upwork, magpe-pay ka ng connects. So magagastos ka pa. And ang daming competition sa Upwork. So mahirap makahanap. Hindi naman sa hindi ko siya nire-recommend Pwede ko siyang ma-recommend sa mga taong newbie sa freelancing pero may skill set na. Like for example, gusto mo maging admin pero admin ka na sa labas before. So meron ka ng mga offer. Pero yung mga newbies na wala talaga experience sa field na yon,
Mm,
hindi ko siya na-recommend. I would recommend Online Jobs PH. Mas okay din kasi free. free doon mag-apply. May limit lang, I think 10 applies per day. At least libre, di ba?
Mm, mm,
Imagine mo may maka 10 ka per day. Grabe naman in a month. Of course, merong magre-reply sa yung client. I
mm.
would also do LinkedIn. Sa LinkedIn, madami akong nahanap na clients. What I would do is that I would search a specific job in LinkedIn. And then I would get the email. Tapos i-email ko mismo yung client na, hey, I saw something you're posting on LinkedIn, that you're looking for this and that. Tapos I would put the cover letter and then I would attach my resume. It normally works for me naman because I have a website as well that I would show my clients so at
I
least they could
see.
see my portfolio and everything.
I see. So,
That
to
works for
summarize,
me.
mm,
Yun lang. Yun lang ina-applyan ko. Online jobs, PH, Upwork, and LinkedIn. Sa iba, meron pa silang iba pero hindi ko pa na-try.
So, medyo dun parang, dun kasi sa Upwork, na-try ko na din yon and totoo yun, na mahirap talaga mag-start sa Upwork, lalo na
Ah,
pag wala kang masyadong credentials. And then yung mga connects, madali siyang maubos. So,
Babayad ka, ganun. Hindi ko wala ka pang work,
correct.
nagagastos. So I don't recommend that.
Mm. So, next, speaking of mga niche, ano yun na yung mga niche na na-try mo? Ano yung pinaka-easy for you? Ano yung pinaka-challenging?
Um, kung sa technical side, for me, SEO, it's so hard to do SEO. But for me naman, walang mahirap na niche so long as you like what you're doing. Kasi kahit gaano pa yan kadali, if you don't like what you're doing, then mahirapan ka. Kasi pagod ka mag-aral, kasi ang dami parang within the grasp na yung resources. So it's really up to you if you want to learn that specific niche or not.
Mm-mm.
What I can recommend for people is to think of their passion. For example, if you were a writer in college, then you could do content writing, di
I
ba?
see. Paano pag
Or
passion
just,
pera, ganon?
ako
Like me,
ganon.
but I'm driven by money.
Okay, pag pera naman ang ano mo, normally ang malalaking rate, yung SEO, maganda yan, malaki yung rate dyan, bigayan, mga ads, mga Facebook ads, mga web design, mga IT related, malaki yung mga rates sa ganun.
Mm,
Like I know people who earn mga half mil in a month dahil sa mga ganung niche.
I see. Since you already mentioned parang salary range. And then, ikaw, ilang years ka na sa freelancing?
Hindi ko alam kung freelancing ba yung ESL, pero I think that's home-based job, so it could be
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
freelancing,
mm-mm.
right? If i-compute ko lahat ng experience ko for home-based job, I think it's been 4 years now, almost
Mm-mm.
4 years since 2019,
I
yeah,
see.
after graduation.
I see. Ano yung, medyo, to siya, confidential, pero if you're not okay with disclosing the real amount, ano yung salary range ng highest na na-offer sa'yo?
Oh my God, really? Right now I have a part-time client who pays me mga $15 per hour.
$15 per hour. Laki na. Pero syempre, of course, living expenses, lifestyle inflation,
Tapos magastos ako. I like buying things. I like going out.
and you also have cats, di ba?
Yeah, I have cats to feed.
Nag-ghost ka na ba ng client?
Thankfully, never pa naman. Never ko pa na-experience. Kasi I would always, ito lang for me ha, kasi yung iba, they would apply sa mga local client. May mga local businesses. I don't like that because pag local business, hindi long term, like baka malugi agad or something. Or minsan, they would be delayed sa mag-pay kasi nga local business. Kaya yung
Mm-mm.
mga clients ko normally, like big companies na, I would choose that kasi mas professional na yung mga HR doon. Hindi sila na
I
late or something.
see.
Big na established na yung company. Kaya for 4 years, never pa ako nag-apply sa mga local lang na like mga businesses. Palagi ako sa mga big companies kasi first is stability,
Mm-mm.
hindi na delay ang sahod kasi nga malaki na yung company, kilala na, hindi na
Mm-mm.
delay. And meron ng established ba na environment?
I
Parang yung may
see.
system lang na-establish. So,
I
mas
see.
okay
For
ako doon.
someone na who has already the skills, siguro you have the power or you have the option to choose. Pero for someone siguro na beginner sa freelancing,
Yeah,
I think yung mga startup companies would also,
yeah,
right,
would
parang
do.
mag-work
Like,
na.
pag ka lang ng experience, it's okay. Like, pag mabibuild ka ng portfolio, wala namang masama dun. Basta make sure na isa-search mo muna yung client kasi nakakatakot na may scam. Di ba nagpara-work ka ng
Do you
once, di
know
ka na.
someone na nag-ghostan ng client?
Madami ako, hindi ko kilala personally, pero may nakita ko sa mga groups sa Facebook.
Mm-mm.
Hindi na sila binabayaran ng clients kasi yung iba naman kasi nag-a-apply, alam mo yung parang nagsabi na need mo muna mag-pay before mo mag-get yung full salary. Parang it's an obvious scam naman. So, of course, don't fall for that. If you need na maglabas ng pera,
Yung,
it's
yung
a
ikaw
sure
magtatrabaho
scam.
pero ikaw yung hininga ng
Di ba?
pera.
Ikaw yung ka ng pera. So, scam na yon. And yung mga, alam mo yung mga pang-newbie na job, like data entry, pero yung mga sahod sobrang laki. So, alam mo yun, it
Dapat
brings a ring
skeptic
na
ka na
sa
sa
ears.
mga ganong klaseng
Oo.
scheme.
Para magta-type ka lang, tapos ganun na yung salary mo. Like, di ba? So,
Medyo ano nga, medyo,
mga
medyo
ganang
nakaka,
bagay.
ano. Mm-mm.
And
So,
always make a research. Search mo yung social media ng client or at this company if you wanna, you don't
I
wanna
see.
take some risk, diba?
I see. So, ikaw, nabalitaan ko lately na top rated ka na sa Ay, top rated.
Updated.
Ngayon ka lang ba naging top?
I mean, I've been a bottom for like erase data. I mean,
Paano
sa
naging,
Upwork,
yung, di ba,
yeah,
nabalitaan namin na top rated ka na sa Upwork. And personally ako, wala pa akong na-meet na top rated sa Upwork. Ikaw pa lang. So, sino ka dyan? So, ano yung,
journey.
what was the journey like becoming, ang tawag dito, top rated? O ano
Mm.
yung niche mo sa Upwork? Marketing?
More on sales and digital marketing. So, may mga requirements kasi need mong ma-hit for you to become top rated in Upwork. First is need mo mag-earn ng $20K dollars, so mga 1 mil.
Sa ano yung cumulative na yan?
Oo. Tapos, need mo mag-feedback at least mga 400 stars something. Like, perfect feedbacks ba from Upwork.
I see.
Tapos, need mo ng at least one long-term client na medyo matagal na. Like,
Mm-mm.
hindi lang papalit-palit pa. Like, siguro at least mga 1 year to stay in that client and would pay you like a great amount. Then you could become top rated. Kasi madami akong
Wow.
matagal na sa Upwork, hindi sila naging top rated kasi paiba-iba sila ng client. Like, after a month, iba na hindi ka
I
nakaka-establish pa.
see. So,
Like,
longevity din ay isang factor to becoming top rated. Speaking of longevity, ano yung parang longest mo na time with a client?
I just resigned recently, but that was last year. It's been almost 2 years. Dapat mag 2 years ako this November. Kaso I resigned. I love the company, ah. Walang problema sa Lawn Starter. It's been a great company. It's just that I didn't like what I was doing na. Ayoko na ng calls. I'm tired of that. Gusto ko na
Mm-mm.
mag-focus sa non-voice job. Like, type-type lang kung ano sa computer, ganun. 'Di ba?
And knowing you, meron ka ng client kayan agad-agad.
Yeah, before naman ako nag-resign, meron akong back. And never ako nag-resign na wala.
Smart.
I currently have four at the moment.
Four?
Yeah,
Ibang level. So, anong oras? Ilan na lang oras ang tulog mo ngayon?
8 hours. Ano naman?
Ay, kabog.
Nine
Sino ka
hours.
dyan? So, ano yung mga parang advice mo sa mga beginners, like beginners sa freelancing? Like, could you give us any tips?
So, depending beginner. May mga beginner na may experience sa labas, di ba? May mga beginner talaga na total beginner, walang niche or anything. So, may mga experience sa labas, i-compile nyo lang yung portfolio nyo. Tapos, be specific when applying. For example, you want to apply for a resume for a specific company. Huwag ka mag-submit ng resume na general. Parang pagkabasa ng client, ano ba to? Parang di mo lang know na gusto mag-apply sa akin. Parang ganun. Dapat be
Ah,
specific rin, like put the name of the company. I know it would be tiresome to do that, but it would make an impact sa
mm,
side ng client. Oh, itong client, itong employee na to nag-try mag-write ng ano, alam mo yun, mga obvious
tailoring
things,
yung
tailor
ah,
ng resume.
qualifications.
Ayun, isa yun normally for me sa experience ko na I think nakaka-help para mag-reply
Mm,
agad yung client. Like, I would search for the company, anong name ng company, ano ba yung mga goals and everything. Like, I would put in the resume, I've read your mga goals, mga values. I believe that we are in the same, ganun-ganun, sure ba? It
mm.
works
It
sa
really
akin.
works. It really works. Nung sinabi mo yan sa akin before, di ba? Sabi ko sa'yo, Jace, 1 month na akong nagsasend ng mga resumes, applications here and there, shooting my shots. Pero wala. Parang nakareceive lang ako ng 1 or 2 out of 20 applications. But when you told me na i-tailor ko yung resume sa qualifications na sa
Mm.
requirements ng I got mga invitation for interviews. So that
Di
really
ba?
works. That
Ayun.
really
Di ba?
works.
Put yourself in an HR's position, di ba?
Mm-mm.
You hire someone, hindi ka nag-effort sa resume, di ba?
Correct.
Isang
And
factor na yun.
nakikita kasi if parang, ay, this resume is very general, parang madami siyang sinenda ng ganito.
Di ba? So, why would I hire someone who would do that? Di ba? If ikaw
Mm-mm.
ng HR. So, di
Mm-mm.
ba? That's a great
Correct.
tip. Sa
Mm-mm.
mga baguhan naman sa freelancing na wala talagang experience and everything, at least attend the training. Kung hindi man naman afford mag-attend ng trainings, marami sa YouTube. Ako, no, dati nag-YouTube lang ako. Yung mga Indians, magaling sila mag-tour. Alam mo yun? Clear, like step by step talaga. YouTube, mga TikToks, yeah, actually, sa TikToks, marami din mga nagtuturo doon ng mga tips and everything. Google, search ka lang, mga paano gawin to and that. Parang tiyagaan lang kasi sa more on research kasi sa freelancing. May mga clients talaga na pag first week mo, syempre magbibigay sa'yo ng time to at least learn the tools and
Mm-mm.
everything. Pero at
Mm-mm.
least be prepared, have a basic understanding yung mga tools na yun para at least hindi ka na mahirapan. I would always see sa social media or like, mga fake it till you make it attitude tapos pag start, hindi na alam, nangangarap
Nangarag.
na. At
Nangarag.
least have a
At
basic
basic.
understanding. Kung mag-apply ka as that specific position, at least may alam ka na sa mga tools, di ba?
Oo, correct.
Idea.
Correct.
Hindi yung
Mm.
mag-apply ka lang sa random position tapos wala kang kaalam-alam. Di, ikaw nagpahirap sa sarili mo.
Oo
And it
nga.
would
Oo.
end na hindi mo ma-keep yung work kasi walang quality yung work.
Ay,
Parang ganun.
correct. Kasi for example, sa customer service, may experience ka about CRM. Kahit iba-iba yung CRM, as long as mag-apply ka sa customer service
Hindi mo
na
siya
and then,
ano,
oo, iba
true.
yung CRM na ginagamit ng client. Pero meron ka ng background, so mas madali kang
Yeah,
mag-navigate sa mga tools nila.
that's correct. Yeah. It's really helpful na at least meron kang basic understanding kung ano yung papasukan.
Mm-mm.
And it's really important pag mag-start ka ng freelancing.
So, tiyaga at kapal ng mukha.
Yeah, kasi normally may interviews eh. So you have to face your fear. Kahit takot ka sa... Hindi naman kasi specific talaga na need mo mag-say ng English or maging good in communicating in English. But at least have, for example, if you're gonna apply for a sales position or like a customer service position, that at least requirement siya. Pero if it's a non-voice job, at least have lang, learn how to communicate. Kasi of course you would
Mm-mm.
communicate then sa client talaga when you start working for
Emails, chats,
yeah.
ano
So
yung mga freelancing myths na hindi ko myths
mm,
na
myth.
gusto mong
Yes.
i-debunk or gusto mong mag-comment on?
Madami. First, ang dali kumita sa freelancing. Like, madami ako nakita sa TikToks, YouTube na, oh, six digits earner na siya, ganun, ganun. Hindi nila pinapakita yung experience na sila before they got that. Di ba? Yung process. Feeling kasi ng iba pag-apply sa freelancing, oh, dapat 100K na agad income ko, 200K, mga ganun. Hindi naman ganun, dahil wala namang ganun. Di ba? Wala namang mag-offer sa'yo, wala ka pang experience sa offer agad sa'yo, mga
Oo,
6 digits.
yung gusto
Di
mong
ba?
salary na 50, 60, 100K, ano
Kasi
ba
hindi
yung
mo
kaya mong
mapa-apply ng
i-offer?
skills. Di ba?
Ay,
Hindi
oo,
naman kasi
correct.
yung client mo mag-offer ng ganyan, tapos wala ka man lang mabigay sa kanila, di ba? Nagsayang lang sila ng pera. So, kung gusto mo mag-aim ng ganong earning, at least bakapan mo ng skills mo. Mamatan ka ng trainings, mga ganon. Isa yan sa myth. Pangalawa naman, freelancing is not for everyone. That's actually correct. Pero in a way, freelancing could be for everyone so long as may tiyaga ka and patience.
Mm-mm.
Di ba? Anyone can be a freelancer. Madami akong kilala, even elementary graduates, high school graduates, ganun. Madami. Ang similarity lang ng lahat is patience. You have to have that patience to
Mm-mm.
wait for that client that would accept you. 'Di ba? Kasi
Correct.
ang
May,
iba magaling. Pero
mm-mm.
yung iba hindi kaya mag-handle ng rejections. Like, isang rejection, parang, ayok na, no, parang freelancing is
Oo
not
nga.
for me. Ganun. It's normal naman. Kahit sa lahat ng industries, may rejections talaga. It's normal. It's how you face it like a pro. Dapat at least alam mo. Dapat matyaga ka. Dapat you would always think that it's just a realignment for me for a better path if ma-reject ka ba. Pangatlo naman, um, inisip kasi ng freelancing, parang pag naisip ng freelancing, parang let's face it, ang baba ng tingin ng iba sa freelancing, 'di ba? Like, nasa bahay ka lang, like, wala kang future and everything.
Mm-mm. Hindi
There's
siya yung
actually,
Yung like
Oo.
professional na nasa office, corporate.
If you would think, 'di ba, pag tatabi mo, let's face it, engineer, 'di ba mas maganda pakinggan? Lawyer,
Mm-mm,
'di ba,
mm-mm,
doctor, teacher. If yun ang habol mo, like yung mga ganong bagay, like hindi ka for freelancing, 'di ba? Kasi for freelancing dapat meron ka palaging kalakip na, oh, I'm willing to learn, 'di ba? Kasi pag mataas ka, hindi ka tatagal sa freelancing kasi wala kang willingness to learn.
mm-mm,
Dapat kahit ang tagal mo na sa freelancing, dapat palagi kang willing matuto ng bagong. Kasi
mm-mm,
we have to adapt sa freelancing.
mm-mm.
And yeah, if offer mo naman ang earnings sa freelancing, maganda naman talaga siya. I could attest to that na malaki naman talaga yung kita sa freelancing.
And
Yeah.
also, hindi ka naman nakakapag-start ng freelancing if you don't have, what do you call this? Yung
And
device. Yung,
yeah, also one of the things. Yeah, I would just tell my story real quick. When nag-start ako ng freelancing, wala akong laptop, wala akong headphone, wala akong lahat-lahat, be. Alam mo ba, like, wala akong pambili ng headphone, like, kahit 300 pesos, wala akong pambili. Ay, nag-utang pa ako sa friend ko, like, kay Reina. Hi, Reina. Naghiram ako ng pambili ng headphone from her. Wala akong talagang pera or anything. Hindi, hindi ko a-accept na sabihin mo na wala akong device, wala akong equipment. If you like it, magawan mo ng paraan. Pwede
paraan.
ka maghiram sa friends mo. Di ba? Pwede ka makagamit ng wifi. Kasi ako before, nung nag-start ako, wala kaming wifi. So I was working dun sa school. Di ba yung PF ko, eduk
Mm-mm,
teacher. So I would wait na lumabas yung mga estudyante niya sa school. Then I would go na. I would make use of the computer dun sa lab. Di ba? I did that for almost 2 months. Di ba? Imagine.
mm-mm,
Kasi yung hiya na ako. Kasi parang I felt so little na
mm-mm,
I had to do that. Pero sabi ko, baka someday it would make sense. Di ba?
mm-mm.
I
Make
started
use of
doing that.
your resources and then invest
Yeah,
on having your own
true.
equipment.
Huwag ka na agad bibili agad ng bagong iPhone pag sahod mo, di ba? Yung laptop na. Baka naman pag sahod mo agad, bumili ka na ng iPhone. Yung laptop na muna kasi mga gamit mo yun sa work mo. Like, invest sa equipment kasi gamit mo yun sa work mo. Pag
Mm-mm.
meron ka nun, then you could start investing na on other things. Like if you wanna buy new gadgets. Marami kasi ako nakita na ganyan, nag-start, tapos bumili agad ng kung ano-ano, tapos na nasira yung laptop, wala nang pambili. Di ba? Kasi unstable lang freelancing, you don't know. Next week, wala ka ng client. So at least do your best na yung mga first earning mo, ma-invest mo sa equipment, laptop is really
Skills.
important. Skills, yeah.
Mm-mm. Since now,
Yeah.
congested talaga ang daming mga freelancers here and there.
So something that can set you aside, like can make you a standout is the skills. So
Mm-mm.
attend trainings kung wala ka pang pambayad sa mga paid trainings, then marami naman sa YouTube, madami naman sa Google. Udemy may mga ino-offer sila sa mga free certificates, free trainings. You can also acquire that.
I see. Thank you so much, Jason. Ano yung what's next for Jason ngayon? Since mahilig kang lumipat ng mga niche. Since marketing ka
Um,
ngayon, what's next for you?
I actually found the best company for me like after 4 years. So yeah, I have now two full times into part time. Pero yung isang full time ko now, it's good now. Good pay, merong 13-month pay, merong paid
Parang
holidays,
regular
may
company, no?
yeah, so I would do my best to stay in that company. Pero at the same time, syempre, need pa rin ng mga hassles if need mo ng extra. But yeah, that's my goal right now. Parang napagod na kasi ako ka-jam. Kasi the reason why I would always change company kasi gusto ko palagi lumaki yung earning.
Mm.
I mean, hindi naman sa ungrateful ka sa company mo. It's just that of course, we're just human beings, right? We always
Mm.
want something better. So,
Mm.
yun ang ginagawa ko for 4 years, almost 4 years. Pag may better company, like better, pay, yeah, and for a long time, that's only my motivation, like intrinsic motivation ko is kumita ng pera. Now, for the first time, I would really enjoy my job. Like, I would wake up earlier, and then I would go to my job, and then I would even extend my time kasi na-enjoy ko siya, 'di ba?
Mm.
So yeah, I'm just so grateful to be in the place where I really want, you know, what I really want to, I love what I'm doing. So yeah,
And grateful din ako, Jason, for gracing our very small YouTube.
grabe naman. Siyempre may cut ako dyan pag kumita. Charot!
Baka naman.
Ano ba ka naman?
Baka naman,
Like,
magpapakape.
oh, go. Saan mo ba gusto? Oh, siyempre, pwede naman.
But thank you so much, Jason. Thank you, thank you,
Kasi
thank you.
limited lang yung Zoom.
Oo,
Charis.
nakikita mo sa side mo? 3 minutes
Yeah,
na
it's
lang.
only 2 minutes more.